welcome back to the channel. It feels so good to be back as always, and I'm gonna try not to get too deep into the excuses and everything like that. Life is happening. Anyways, I know you guys missed me. I've seen your messages, checking, and it's been so encouraging. So it's so good to finally do this. And because it's March, it's Women's Month, I think that I want to celebrate that. This video is particularly dedicated to my lovely mother and all the women out there, obviously, who have impacted me in so many amazing ways. Today, I want to talk about some journeys that are really important to me as a woman and that have contributed to my womanhood. So getting into that, firstly, my hairstyling journey and my fitness journey are some of the things I want to talk about and share with you guys, just to appreciate how women have contributed to the woman that I am today. As a student, as a career woman, as a girl, as a hairstylist, as a sister, as all the shoes that I fill as a person. So before we get into it, make sure you like, you comment and subscribe, you share with your friends if they like my content here. And of course, I'm yours truly, Blessed Hands, Tendy, and stay with the family, When I was so young, probably around 9-10, I was always interested in hair, and I'm an only daughter, and my mom is not the most talented with braiding and stuff like that. She more has a green thumb. Anything she touches just comes to life, So I always wanted these really cool hairstyles that I would see all the other girls with at school and stuff like that, and I would never be able to get that. So initially I had really long hair, like natural hair, all the way to my back, and my mom would do the threading for me, and she was really good at that, and my hair was really long, so it would always come out super nice. And I'd have my oi. My Zimbabwean guys know, and my brother used to really laugh at me when they were still standing like that. So I think that's when I developed the interest to try and do my own hair, because my mom was also very particular about people handling my hair. You know how it is, some of the hairstylists, they're not so gentle with your hair and careful with it. So she wasn't keen on having me go to the hair salon or having my hair relaxed. I've actually never had my hair relaxed, and I don't think I'll ever try. Actually, yeah, so that's when I started learning how to cornrow. So I had this little doll. It was a pony, and it had one strip of hair, and I would always try to cornrow that little strip of hair. I just found it interesting and stuff. And I think by the time I got to high school, I went to a mission boarding school at St. Francis of Assisi. Yeah, and we used to have our hair short. We were supposed to cut our hair. So usually what we would do is you'd keep your hair until the holidays so that you could have some braids in or something like that. So I'll try to do that, and then eventually that developed into me trying to learn to braid my full head of hair, because I'm such a DIY person. I just wanted to do it by the extensions and not have to ask my parents to for money to do it. So it started, so the cornrowing and the braiding. So I would try. So I'm right-handed, so doing things on the left side of my head has always been easier, but from the center going to the right side would be so much harder. So maybe if I learned something and was able to do it really nice on my left side, the right side would be whoa. So I kept practicing and practicing until one time I was actually able to just braid the full head of my full head. And then the next time I was able to cornrow my full head. Obviously the cornrows weren't so good looking and everything like that, but I kept practicing and practicing and practicing until it actually got better. I think by the time I finished my O-levels, I went to my A-levels, and then we were allowed to get braids in. Firstly, we were allowed to have cornrows in, and then that's when I was in lower 6. And so I started, learning to cornrow even better and better and better. I remember I did help to renew a couple of my friends' cornrows, and we were learning that. And then by the time we got to A-level, they approved that the seniors could have braids. So we had twists. So we started to help each other, twisting and stuff like that. So that got better as well. And by the time I went on my A break, like I could totally do my own hair. So I'll just buy extensions, twist my braids. I remember this one time I did this really long twist. Back then we didn't used to braid our hair to our knees like what you guys are out there doing. Like, guys, I think the longest I can have is to my butt or to my waist or something like that. But anyways, those were long for us then, you know, those shaba braids or twists, whatever. So I did those on myself, and I remember I was Mukombi, you know, and this lady was like, oh my gosh, who did your hair? Like, and I said I did it myself. She was like, no way. She could not believe it. I was like, no, I did my hair myself. So, and then I remember one time, after my mom saw, I think, how good I started to get with doing my own hair, she was like, okay, do my hair, because my mom has a sensitive scalp and she has very thick textured hair, so she's not always keen on having people play around with her hair. So that's another thing. I didn't have a sister to play around with her hair, and my mom was not gonna have me play with her hair because she had a sensitive scalp. So yeah, she let me do her hair, and honestly it was so stressful. My mom, she's such a princess. Like, she'd be lying on the sofa, and you know, I really wanted to do hair on someone, so I'll just do whatever she asked me to do. My mom would literally be lying on the sofa and she's like, oh yeah, you can just do this part that you can access, then she'll turn to the other side. Now I'm not gonna be doing that. You know, this is, you know, reach some levels or whatever. Yeah, so I did my mom's hair. I did some twists on her. So I'm very happy actually that she's the first person I actually ever did hair on when I started doing hair for other people, like properly a full head of hair. So I'm happy my mom got that experience. Then obviously I came to uni. And before I came to uni, I remember I got my hair done at the hair salon, and then I came to Debrecen, and honestly it was expensive for me to buy extensions and then braid, because if I was comparing how much we braid back at home and how much we braid here and pay for extensions here, it was so much. So I bought extensions and I could do my own hair anyway, so I did my twists, I did my braids, whatever. So people at school started asking me, the other black girls, they're like, who did your hair, who braided your hair and everything? I'm like, oh no, I did it myself. They're like, what, really? It's really nice. I'm like, thanks. Until one of my friends, Kate, she's the one who was like, look, I think your hair looks really good. Could you please do my hair? I'm like, listen, I know how to do my own hair, but I can't trust myself to do someone else's hair. So I didn't want the pressure. She was like, honestly, if you can do your hair this good, even if you don't do it well, I don't mind. Just do my hair. Like, it can't be that bad. So obviously I was like, okay, if you said that, then it's on you if it doesn't come out good. And I did her hair, so I'm gonna show you guys. That was the first head of hair that I did here in Debrecen. This was like 2015. I think I remember the date now because I recently checked it because of my anniversary, and it was the 24th of December. And these were like pick and drops, you know, especially back then we used to do a lot of pick and drop where you braid just not all the way, just up until the end of the natural hair, and then you kind of leave it. So that's what I did, and people were asking her, and that's how this thing started. So I want to acknowledge Kate for starting this big thing in Debrecen. I didn't know that almost 7 years later I would still be doing this at the scale that I'm doing it now. So that's another woman who really empowered me, and I'm really happy. And the girls who started, you know, patronizing me, paying for my work, and they were like, it's good enough, I'm ready to pay for this, and I did their hair. And I've got so many story times of some of the things that I do be going through with my customers, hey? So stay tuned for that. I think those will be interesting, my hair doing stories. Yeah, so that's another woman who really empowered me and was a believer of something that I couldn't even see, you know. And obviously I continued doing hair. I got better, got more people who were ready to pay for my work and everything like that. And for me, it was more a hobby like that I enjoyed. I really enjoyed doing hair. It's fun and everything like that, until obviously it became like work, because now I had all these people wanting to do their hair with me. And then I think I started to actually want to make a page because I was seeing all these other businesses, students with their businesses making pages about their business and stuff like that. I was like, I think I should really do this, and I have enough pictures and work that I've done to put and post on like my Instagram or something, on an Instagram page or something like that. And I remember my friend Chido, she's my dearest and closest friend. She's my sister, literally. Chido, she's the one who was like, you know, your work is really good. You should put it on Instagram. You should put it on Instagram. And I just wasn't confident. And I think I felt that if I put it on Instagram or any social platform, then I've made it official, you know, then I've made myself accessible to so many people. Like, am I ready for it? I don't really want so many people coming to asking me to do their hair, and am I good enough? I just asked myself so many questions. And then one day she wrote me a message. Boom, here's the email address, here's the account, I've made it for you, post the pictures, let's do this. And that's how the Instagram page started. Blessed Hands Hair, Tendies Blessed Hands on Instagram. Make sure to check it out, check out my journey. It's been amazing, it's been inspirational for me, and I hope for other people. And she's the one who started this, so I want to give credit to that. She empowered me in that way, she believed in me, and she threw me into the deep end. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate that. And it's been 3 years now. I just celebrated 3 years anniversary of this page on Instagram. I have almost like 700 followers on there. So many people, you know, who wanted to do their hair with me, and it's very humbling because every time I look back and I'm like, I cannot even believe this. Like, so many people want me to just do their hair and there's so many people who are good, you know. So I feel really honored. And all the girls who have throughout the years have patronized my business, and I wasn't always this good. Like, I've gotten better. So it means that when I wasn't that good, there was somebody who came to get that service, who came to be the mannequin head where I was practicing my skills until they got where they are today. So I appreciate that. So many girls, they shared my work, they supported me, they encouraged me, and that's been amazing, you know. We know the beauty industry, even though now men are contributing to it even more, but we know the women dominate it. You know, we'd like to do the makeup, the hair, the braids, everything. So to see so many girls come and patronize me and support what I'm doing is something that I appreciate. I appreciate, you know, you girls, and how you come to do everything with me. And even for the people I haven't been able to do their hair for, I appreciate that, you know, you value my work to the point that you want me to to do your hair, you know. And, you know, make sure you catch these blessed hands at least once in your lifetime, because I promise you, all your problems are gonna go away. Anything, all your stress is going to leave. Yeah, so that's been my hair journey, my hairstyling journey as a self-taught hairstylist. And I mean, I do my own hair. I haven't had anybody else do my hair for almost 7 years now. Like, time flies, it's actually crazy. And yeah, so moving on from there, in 2020, I think the summer of 2020, in September, I started my fitness journey. I wanted to make a routine because my lifestyle had changed quite a bit. I had had a big change in my life, and I wanted a routine. So I was like, oh, let me go to the gym. And I think an important thing I really wanted to point out is that I wanted to go to the gym, but I'm a smaller girl. I'm on this skinny or slim side, if you'd like to put it that way. And I always felt that whenever I would talk about wanting to go to the gym or being into that, people would always be like, oh, you don't need it, you know, you already have a flat tummy, you're doing good, it's only, you know, it's people like us who should be going to the gym. So I always thought that if I go to the gym, people are just going to be looking at me like, what are you doing here, you know? But then I remember that point, I really wanted that, and I thought that maybe if I tried this gym thing, it would give me the routine that I want. And this was for me, for my mental health. And I got into a point where I didn't care what other people are going to think about it. And I started going to the gym. So I think it's important to mention one of the fitness gurus that really influenced me is her name is Diana Lorea. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, on Instagram. I think she has changed her page significantly now, but it was a lot of fitness stuff, and I really liked her calmness. I also really liked how she would dive into mental health and things like that, spirituality. It was such a wholesome package for me and I really appreciate that. It was very inspiring and it kept me going. And I think other fitness women, there's another one that I follow, her name is Oriana, Miss Chindia from Zimbabwe as well. She's really a big fitness girl, and she's recently got certified as a personal trainer. So seeing this is so inspirational, and I think sometimes we don't realize how much we're influencing people and how much we're touching other people's lives by doing what we're doing, you know, just living the life that you're living. And I have so many friends, you know, other women who have influenced me spiritually, you know, like their love for God and, you know, their prayerfulness and the way they lead their life has been inspirational to me, and they've supported me with their prayers and with their presence and with their advice. I forgot to mention my wig services. Actually, how they started was because of my friend who really liked wigs and she was really good at it. So I started learning from her. I wasn't a wig person. I didn't really care for wigs like that. I don't even think that I am to the extent that wigs are a thing now, but because of that knowledge that she imparted, and she was like, you know, you have the patience to do this. I don't have the patience, but I'm really into hair and I know a lot. She taught me so much about what I know now and what has become, you know, Blessed Hands hair, wig repair, you know, services. So I really want to take the time to appreciate that, you know, all the women who have empowered me, and a lot of you guys who just are like, oh my gosh, girl, you know, your dress is nice, I like your style, or oh, you're so inspirational, or you know, like can you give me some advice? How can I do this? How can I do that? You know, that in its own makes me realize the amount of influence that I can have on another person, and it grounds me and it helps me to strive being a better person, strive to be, you know, a person can look up to, you know. Not that I live my life for people to look up to me or anything like that, but I think that is something that I value. So I appreciate you guys, and you are also inspiring me with your work. I see all my girls that do nails, podcasts. I watch I watch so many things and I follow so many people, and whenever I look at it, I'm like, oh, yeah, you know, I can get up today, I can try a little harder, I can push a little harder. All these girls are doing it, I can do it, you know. All my friends who are working doctors right now, like, I'm so inspired. They're so like badass, you know. And it's really inspiring. All the girls who are running the businesses, you know, with their school on the side, the bakers, you know, the cooks, doing everything. Like, I'm shook at y'all. I am so shook, you know. So yeah, I think Women's Month has really helped me to get up and push for what I want, and still push for what I desire out of life. I want to now take this opportunity to just really thank my mom. I think, and I am going to try not to be emotional, I think she has been a role model in my life in every single aspect. I don't think that without her prayers and her encouragement, her support, her counseling, I would be here where I am today. And even though she's been far from me, it's like she's been there every single moment, in spirit and in person almost, you know. And I want to appreciate her as a woman. I think I always say this, that if, and I tell her this too, that if I am a tenth literally of the woman that she is, I would be very proud of myself, and I would die a happy woman. So I want to take that opportunity to appreciate her. She's not only a mother to me or my biological siblings. She's a mother to so many people that are around her, and she has touched so many people, you know. So I think shout out to our mom, you know, for being such an amazing person. I do pray that God blesses her with long life so that she can continue to bless everybody with her presence, and bless us, bless me, my brothers and I, and everybody else with her presence. And to all the women out there, my friends, my cousins, my sisters, acquaintances, people that I don't even know, I hope that this video will encourage you to break the bias in every aspect. Take up your space in this world and be the woman that you will die proud of. Be the woman that is compassionate, that is kind, that is everything that is admirable and that is good. And you can change. You don't have to stay stuck in the places that you have been that you're not proud of. You can break those chains and become the woman that you want to be. So with that, again, make sure to click on the notification bell so that whenever I post, you know, you're the first to know. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and appreciate somebody today in my comment section. I know you the guys are watching as well, and I was just appreciating women. I appreciate how the guys have contributed, but that's for another day. Okay, stay blessed and take care. Bye.